This method is going to change your life. You're going to be mind blown by the time you finish watching this video. And no matter what you sell, what platforms you sell, where you sell, this is going to work for every single person. And that's because it's based off of numbers and math. And so don't stop. I know that's kind of scary. I'm not only showing you the step-by-step formula, I am also sharing down below the Google spreadsheet that I am using where you can type your numbers in to figure out exactly what you need to do to make $1,500 or whatever number you want, right? This is going to change depending. I picked 1,500 for the sake of the video, but you can enter your numbers to get to the number that you want to be at following this exact formula. I'm going to be sharing the exact blueprint to figure out what you need to do, all the way down to how many daily listings you need to be doing to make the money that you want to make, and then 3 tips that are going to help you be very successful in hitting your monetary goals. Let's jump right into it. This is going to be a little bit math. It's going to be very math heavy. So make sure to save this video, pause it, do what you need to do, come back. This is not going to change. It's going to always work. And it's called the golden formula for resellers, something that I have created that allows you to get where you want to go. So the first thing you need to do is figure out how much money you want to make. For the sake of this video, I'm saying $1,500 net a week. And I'm saying this because I had someone last week ask me in my DMs, hey, what do I need to do to make $1,500 net a week? And we kind of worked through this whole scenario together. So $1,500 net a week. I'm going to assume net is going to take out your shipping, your fees, and your cost of goods. Now keep in mind, you also have expenses, and you also have to save and pay taxes. Those are going to very vastly depending on your business model. If you have a full-time job, if you file with if you file with a partner, if you have employees, if you have virtual assistants. So we're gonna kind of just take out that part, and we're gonna look at your contribution margin. So your contribution margin is your gross, and then it's taking out your shipping, taking out your fees, and taking out your cost of goods. I went with a 50% contribution margin. That's around what mine normally is. I will link videos up here. I do a monthly video every single month on how much gross I make, and then all the way down to my net financially in the background, what it looks like to be a reselling business, to really understand how these numbers work. But we're gonna go with a 50% contribution margin. So if you want to make $1,500 net a month, 50%, you need to make $3,000 take that back, I said a month, we're looking at a week. You need to make $3,000 a week gross. That's going to give you $1,500 net. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and take that over to the golden formula for resellers. Now, the golden formula for resellers is on a monthly basis. So now I'm going to convert everything over to a month. And all you do with that is multiply it times 4. Obviously, there's not 4 weeks in every single month, but this is just a quick, easy way to do the math. So $3,000 a week times 4 is going to give me, I want to make $12,000 gross revenue. So like I said, this sheet is linked down below. I believe there's a coupon code with it too, but I think it's like $3 or something on my website. And you can enter, so these numbers right here, my sell-through rate, my average sale price, and my gross revenue, these are all editable so that you can put your numbers in. Like I said, we're just doing $1,500 net a week for the sake of this video, but you can change your numbers to where you need to be. So I put in $12,000 gross revenue. This is what I need to do. This is how much gross revenue I need to sell in order to hit that $1,500 net a week. I'm going to assume my numbers for the sake of this video, but go through and figure out your numbers as well, your average sale price. I have lots of videos going into how to do this. The formulas are over here. I'm not going that in depth into this video. I'm just going to assume that you guys know what your average sale price is. This is how many items. This is on average how much your items are selling for the entire month. An average sale price of $35, and then we'll say a sell-through rate of 10%. Of how many items that I have for sale, how many have sold for the month? I'm going to say around 10% of my inventory is selling every month. So then this spreadsheet is going to do the golden formula for resellers, which is just my sell-through rate times my active listings times my average sale price. That gives me my gross revenue. It's doing the algebra in the background, so you guys guys don't have to go through and figure all that algebra out and move, from one side to the other. Remember all of that. So this is telling me I need 3,429 active listings to make that $12,000 net. So I'm not just going to stop there. I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to do, how many daily listings that you're going to need to do to hit this goal. This can be different, right? Your numbers are going to be different, but I'm going to walk you through the steps so that you guys can follow it. Do make sure to save this so that you can come back. And, this is a lot of steps, and maybe in 6 months you want to change that number and you want to come back. So do make sure to go ahead and save this. And if you guys found this interesting or think other people would as well, make sure to share it on your social media, in Facebook groups, and whatnot. So let's go back down. What I've showed you is what is included in the Google spreadsheet that is for purchase. What I'm about to show you is not on the spreadsheet that I have for free, but you guys can walk through this very easily, doing it for your numbers and watching the video. So what we're going to do from here is say, okay, how many current listings do I have? I'm going to say I have 1,750 current listings because that's about what I actually have. So this is very similar for my numbers. And then what I'm going to come down here and do is say, okay, what's the difference? I need to get to 3,429, and I'm currently at 1,750. So I'm just going to take 3,429. I'm going to subtract out my current listings, and that gives me a difference of 1,679. This is how many listings I need to get to hit my active listings of 3,429 to hit my gross revenue goal of $12,000 a month for a net of $1,500. So then we're going to come down here, and you need to know how many you're selling a month. On average, right? Like these are all average numbers. Each month is going to be a little bit different, but this is going to give you a really good goal to be able to hit your daily listings and get close to that number. You can change it as needed. So if I have 1,750 current listings and my sell-through rate, so of these current listings that I have, I'm selling 10% of those. So 1,750 times 0.1 is going to give me 175 items I'm selling a month. And then I'm going to go ahead and go down and say, I'm going to say I want to get this done in 6 months. It's obviously not, maybe, I'm not going to say obviously. For me, I could not list 1,600 items in a month if I wanted to. So I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to spread that out over 6 months, and I'm going to hit this goal in 6 months. So what I went ahead and did is I took my difference, my 1,679, divided that by 6 months. That gives me a monthly listing goal to get to, but I also need to include how many items I'm currently selling, right? So if I am listing more, but I'm also selling, I need to list above what I'm currently selling. So 175 monthly solds plus that's 1,679 difference, which is going to give me 455. That's how many I need to be listing every month to hit this goal. Then we're going to go ahead and go down here. We are going to divide that number by 30. And this is going to give me my daily listing goal. Now, obviously, if you don't list every single day, let's say you list 5 days a week. Okay, you divide that by 20, right? And this is going to change. Or let's say you only list on weekends and you list 1 day a week. How many do you need to list that day? For me, I list every single day. This says, hey, I need to list 15 a day to hit that goal. This tells you exactly what you need to do. But from here, you can't stop here because you have to make sure that you are going to actually hit this. And there's 3 things I'm going to show you that are going to really help you guarantee that you're going to hit this. For me, it's helpful to have a listing goal because that's a stepping stone. I know, hey, if I do 15 listings every single day for 6 months, I am going to hit that number that I want to hit. Couple things that you have to keep in mind though, now that you have that number, the things that you want to keep in mind is the most important things to make this happen is getting in that listing habit. Whether you are listing, for me, I list every single day. I normally list 10 items a day. This is 5 more. What can I do to get in the habit of listing 5 more items every single day? As resellers, you know, it's not only just listing more items, it's photographing more items, it's having the inventory for 5 more items a day. Get in the habit of listing every single day. Get in the habit of sourcing enough. You know, you need to be building these habits so that you can get to where you want to go. And the other thing that's really, really important, two more things, is in order for this to work, you have to keep your average sale price and your sell-through rate the same. If those numbers decrease, and let me show you what happens. If those numbers decrease, everything else is going to decrease as well. Let's say, hey, I'm going to increase, but it's really hard for me to find inventory that's selling at this same rate. And now my average sale price has gone down to $20. That means I now need to be listing 29 items a day instead of 15. Still manageable, still doable, but it's going to change. So monitor your data, monitor this input, do what you need to do for a month, and go back and check and make sure that your sell-through rate and your average sale price are staying consistent. Because if those aren't staying consistent to when you did this, these numbers are all going to change. It's all going to filter down to what your daily listing goal actually needs to be. So if you want to figure out, okay, now I have this, what do I do? What do I source? What do I buy to make this happen? And the two things I'm always going to recommend is look at yourself and look at the market. And so if you have the Sarah Style Sales and Trends dashboard, this is for sale if you're new to the channel, so you guys can have access to this data. This is my top 20 gross revenue categories. These are the categories that are making me the most money. This is going to be the best data because this is already based off of the inventory that you have, the inventory that you have knowledge about, the inventory you have access to, right? This is already based off of you. I'll get to how to figure out for the market if you guys don't have access to your own data, but we're going to start here. I want to make sure that I am selling things that have at least a 10% sell-through rate. So I want to look here, and then I want to make sure to have a $35 average sale price. So for me, that's going to be, hey, jumpsuits on, oh, this is my profit. Let's go up to my average sale price. I want to do a 10% sell-through rate and a 35, which is going to be about here, average sale price. So, hey, this is a 12% sell-through rate, $31 average sale price. So maybe I want to go further out here. Jumpsuits, $46. I'm going to niche down and work on the categories that are hitting those metrics for me and guarantee that I'm going to go ahead and make that money based off of knowledge that I already have. If you don't have access to this, don't worry. I will link a video up here on how to look at TerraPeak. You can go into eBay's database and look up, hey, start with what you already know or what you like selling or what you have access to. For me, I like women's clothing, shoes, and purses. I'm going to look up women's jeans and see what average sale prices are selling on, what average sell-through rate those are going to be at. It's looking at the market, what is actually selling on eBay right now. Like I said, I will link that video up there so you guys can walk through the tutorial of how to look up on eBay. If you liked this video, YouTube also thinks you'd like this video, I will link a video here on how to make money reselling, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button.